What up, team? Today we're going to be talking about the Wrath Glyph, one of the glyphs that are considered the most powerful for most classes, but specifically Barbarians, especially early game. Early game, it has huge potential. However, as I mentioned in the last video, it's not working. With Whirlwind, this glyph is not working. We're going to go over what's not working about it, what is working about it, and why it should be moved to the end of the Paragon board for every single Whirlwind build. Let's get into it. What up, team? It is MurderInc. Again, we are talking about the Wrath Glyph that pretty much every single player that's playing Whirlwind Barbarian is currently using. I mentioned in the last video that the Wrath Glyph wasn't working for Whirlwind because it's not working with channeling skills, and I had a lot of pushback on that, saying, you're wrong. My favorite streamer says Wrath Glyph is the best and you're supposed to use it. I get it. People make mistakes. Let's just clarify that right now. So, shout out to Beatdropper who gave me this video here, even though we already knew that the Wrath Glyph wasn't working. I had him redo it, so there was beyond a reasonable doubt no way people could argue that the Wrath Glyph is in fact working how it's supposed to be working. So, first of all, what about the Wrath Glyph isn't working? The Fury generation on crit. The crit damage, as I mentioned in the last video with Barber, and the explosion are in fact working. So I can see how someone can confuse and just say the Wrath Glyph works if they don't care about the Fury regen on crit. However, that's the most important part for 99% of players because they have Fury issues while they're going through this game. It does get better over time, so if you're endgame, of course you only want the crit damage. So I guess it's still not right to say it works properly, because that's the Fury on crit's pretty big. I mean, there's no getting around that. So anyways, the stats, 38% critical hit strike. I'm not going to go over all the stats here, but let's just look at the test. So we have no Unbridled Rage, we have no Wrath Glyph, and no Enhanced Whirlwind. Enhanced Whirlwind is the key, and it's probably where, I'm just assuming here, but if I had to guess where most people went wrong with this. Let's take a look at this clip by Beatdropper here. He's going to go ahead and show us that he has 171 Fury. He has that pre-stocked up here. An Enhanced Whirlwind is not taken, only 1 point. No Unbridled Rage. In the Paragon board, we have no right there. Wrath Glyph, he just took it out. Alright, so we got that. Now let's go ahead and watch him go down here. And we're going to take a look at the Fury generation without. So we have 164 right now. Let's just watch his Fury as he spins here. So he's spinning, it's dropping. It goes up a little bit because we have the inherent willpower, which is, if you're not sure what willpower does, hover over the willpower stat in game and you will see exactly why you're gaining some Fury from there. Now we're going to test the same thing. No Unbridled Rage, no Enhanced Whirlwind, plus Wrath. So the fact that, let's go back to our thing here, skills that critically strike generate 3 Fury. So the Fury should be spiking through the roof with, what do we have, 38% critical hit chance. It should be spiking consistently with the Wrath Glyph. Let's take a look at exactly what happens here. He's going to go through again and make sure we don't have the Whirlwind talent that gives us Rage. We don't have Unbridled Rage here. We have the same exact Paragon board, but this time you're going to be putting Wrath in. So the Fury gain should be greater than what we saw in the last clip. Let's have a look at what we're seeing here. Okay, so now we're full, and just as we already knew, the Rage goes down at the same rate, despite all of the crits flying around the screen here. What did we come up with from this? Unfortunately, the Wrath Glyph does not work on channeling skills. It does work on every single other skill. So if you're playing Hammer the Ancients, Double Swing, Thorns, if you need it for Thorns, it's going to work fine. However, channeling skills, it doesn't snapshot Wrath. the way it's supposed to. And as we clarified before, the critical hit damage bonus that end game players want, I guess early game players want it too, but that works across the board. That was never a debate or in discussion here. But as we can see here from the testing, again, shout out to Beatdropper, the Fury gain does not work. Now the test number 3, no Wrath, no Unbridled Rage, but we use Enhanced Whirlwind. This is a baseline talent that everyone takes, and it's probably the reason why most people think the Wrath glyph works here. So I think he's going to hover over it, perhaps. Let's have a look. Maybe he doesn't. No Unbridled Rage. Okay, so gain 1 Fury every time Whirlwind deals direct damage or 4 Fury against elite enemies. I'm pretty sure the reason why no one knows this is broken is because no one's ever taken this ability off, which honestly should have been the first thing you do if you're going to test this. But once you add this, just take a look at the difference in the Fury regeneration here. It's going to be night and day, but we'll watch the clip here. So we're going to get hit until his Fury is full, like we did before here, and then we're going to start spinning. Look at the difference there. Look at that incredible difference. This is what it would be like if we had the Fury on crit from Wrath here. Now, of course, this may look amazing, and you may be like, oh my god, this means we have unlimited Fury. You have to remember that we're not taking Unbridled Rage, which makes it cost more, as well as these mobs aren't dying and we're not taking damage. So in a realistic scenario, you're killing the mobs, so you're not hitting them with 100% uptime like we're doing here, and things are costing twice as much here. But that talent that we do take, that everyone takes for Whirlwind, is the main Fury resource generator that we do have. Now, maybe they fix this. If they fix this, I can tell you right now, Whirlwind's going to feel incredible for just about everybody. Especially since most people already have the Wrath glyph. If this gets fixed and it does, I guess you can say snapshot, even though that's not really the right word, it's supposed to last all the times. Why it's not working on one channeling ability and it works for double swing, hammer the ancients, upheaval, literally everything else it works, I'm not quite sure. This is definitely a bug. And with that, it's probably going to be fixed. I'm not going to say sooner than later because they have a ton of things to fix in this game, but it is what it is. So that's going to be the rundown of this video here. Wrath is in fact bugged, and we'll have this information, of course, posted in the Discord. So again, one disclaimer I want to tell everybody about pretty much anything that's told to you. Don't just parrot what other people say, whether it's me, anyone else you watch. Either test it yourself, find someone who is willing to test it and they have the resources to test it before you jump to any conclusion. Don't just say this works or this doesn't work because so-and-so said so. Because likely, and like we've seen, they've been wrong multiple times already. Doesn't matter who it is. So this is why I make sure to go through the effort to find someone and to test everything, to document all of the tests. So if people are curious about it, they can actually go to the source, look at the test and say, I think this works, I think this doesn't work. And you can see it with your own eyes instead of just listening and me saying, Wrath doesn't work, game, set, match, it is what it is. People need to be able to see the data that backs up the claim here instead of just taking my word for it, because it's something that I would never do. I would never take anyone's word for it. I don't care if they're a game developer. Bad example for Blizzard because clearly they don't even know what they're doing, but that's what I want to talk about today. Quick video, and we're going to wrap things up here. So if you enjoyed this content, smash that like button, subscribe to the notification bell, and I will see you all in the double swing video coming soon.